Hey guys, here with Jeeves again, playing against Trundle with Valencia. There was an Atman in here last time, so we'll probably see that again, coming out to beat our Eli's. This hand is really quite bad. We'll just throw that back, and this one is also scary. Both on the mull, and we see second subliminal. So we can jam beta test behind the wraparound. He's probably not going to have the breaker, but he's going to have the blackmail like over half the time, so I don't really like to do that. I think we'll just draw for ice. So let's jam the Jeeves instead. And now if he doesn't trash the Jeeves, we can do subliminal shipment to score our beta test out. At which point we're in pretty good shape. Didn't see any clot in the first game, but we also didn't see a lot of stuff, so I don't know if he has it or not. Always some threat of a clot being on the street peddler. He's on 2 credits, so he can't afford it. We get our subliminal back, which is nice. Oh, let's try it, right? Nothing ventured. Subliminal, advance, or wait, oops. Supposed to shipment first, right? Yeah, okay. We play the shipment to get your extra click. That's how this works. So 2 there. Jeeves is not automated, so you gotta click him up once, and we'll score the beta test. And he's presumably not doing it again. Advance and score. We run beta test. We totally do. We know where 3 of our agendas are, and we get rewarded big time for it. We're going to be able to get an architect HQ. Eli will cover R&D actually. I know he has turntable, so we don't want to let him trade our efficiency committee once we score this guy. So this was really quite a lucky beta test. I'm usually happy to get 1 ice, but getting 2 is exceptionally good for us. I find with the food you have a better chance to know where your points are, because you know if you've got like 2 food in your hand, you know where a very high percentage of your points are, and you can fire the test more or less safely. Tether's wild side, which is all right. But if we can close this game out quickly, he won't draw too many cards. I find like trying to interact with the wild side is very hard. There are cards like All-Seeing Eye and like Sea Source in mid-seasons where you can trash it, but usually I think you just gotta go faster. So my goal for this game is to not forget to bring back subliminal messaging from our archives. I do this all the time because you can't see it, right? But he did in fact run in archives this turn, so we're going to maybe draw 3 times. Okay. I feel like if we cover archives, we might get back. Yeah, we might get back our subliminals if we block off all our servers. Okay, well, Scrubber's gonna let him cheaply trash this. 1 bad pub and 2 Scrubber makes this same price as Wizard would pay to kill this. But we got good value out of him, so I can't complain too much. think we jam this turn. If you can use the Jeeves trash as like a scoring window, then that's quite nice. He's gonna gambit our Ash. Nice. He had it the first game too, so I think I should have read this Ash. You don't really know, right? I think we're going to be on really poor if we res the Ash. We'll be on 1, can't res our archives. Yeah, this turn tail probably just beats our committee right now. Ah, right in the first try too. Harsh. If he gives it to us, we go to... well, that's actually the one we want to take. If he trades us around, we get 3 points. That's a tough call. I mean, he can trade it back at the next steal. He's gonna leave it to us. All right, so we got a Jeeves, we got an Ash. We're so poor, but this wraparound might hold up. There's already 1 Croter in the bin. I think we just shove it. I think we just use this for money. We'll save 1 in case we need to do a score of another 3-2 with shipment from Sansan, but I'm going to make it less tempting for him to trade any random 3-2 against us. He does come here, but his credits are too low. We're going to be able to trace him out. So he's got 4. Put it to 5. We look at our 3-2. Pretty pleased with this turn of events. On the other hand, though, if this first beta test had been really bad, we would have just straight up lost. So I don't think the consistency of this deck is necessarily here yet. You're reliant on a few things to line up for you. You need to draw your combo cards to go with committee, or you need to draw stuff to deal with these subliminals. Yeah, that's fine. All right, Breaker Bay, kind of whatever for us right now. But I almost think I want to burn out those David counters. Is it worth it? No, I think we're going to hold out. And this is maybe not that exciting. Now that he has the Mimic. If we can get an Adonis or an Ash with this, it's going to be pretty juicy. This is a card I've not seen in other builds of Jeeves, but I find it's quite good. It's not as good as when you have Eve Campaign, but I still like it a lot. You can use it from $0. Look at that. He's going to have to come here this turn, so we can make him burn everything to get in this server. Maybe even get some blackmails to come out. He finally has his engine online, but we're at 6 points. This is where you want to be when he's all set up. You don't want to be just like sitting around like earlier. Whoa, Queen's Gambit. Okay. Kind of a risky move, right? Like if we had like Agenda Ash, it would have beat him. But maybe he figured that we put the Ash first, just as like a habit, like a mental thing. I think most people would put the Ash down first. It's like you put your defense and then your agenda rather than vice versa. So it could be a clever psychological play. Okay, none of these are really any good. We'll just crack our hedge. I guess we'd res both of these. Would that have been a better outcome for us? He would not have had the Queen's Gambit. I don't know how many copies he plays. Most people play like one copy. Maybe because he's Val, he has more cards in deck, he wants to just fit more in. I don't know. It's a card that either is good or you just sits in your hand the whole game. You've got no targets for it. Tough to say. I would say if I keep playing this guy, I would certainly start resing everything right away and strand them in his hand. Yeah, we can res this now. Hard time finding anything for agendas. We just keep drawing. Maybe we do draw 2 and install each turn until we find an agenda. No sign of clot yet. I feel like if we had an agenda here, we would have normally iced our HQ. I feel like it's kind of a signal that we don't, because we've iced our R&D here. Oh, we totally missed our subliminals last turn. Womp womp. I think he's run every other turn though, between the blackmails and checking stuff, so I think we only missed it once. Well, not an agenda. Put this down, you can Queen's Gambit it. I think we just keep looking for things that are going to help us. So we're click short to score this out. Let's play what? Parasite's there, but he's got no Psycho tokens. We can afford to play the Vikram here. Or sorry, the Turing's probably better with a hard ETR. I like to have these as a backup plan in case he stops our fast advance. I mean, the other question you have to think about with Jeeves is he really a 3 of, or is he more like how you sometimes would play like 1 biotic in your HP Glacier just to end the game? I'm not sure how deep you need to go into his power. So we get a miss from him, and yeah, I think we just biotic out here. And we can put the Ash down if he's... Okay, he doesn't have it. Cool. Alright, so that played okay. I think again I'm feeling happy about playing the food. That we're not having more gens in our hand. Having to go to 8 points isn't great, but it means he has to as well, and he didn't really want to trade his for our committee, whereas if he'd played like a 1-pointer, he would have been so happy to trade a 1-pointer for the committee. It's too bad that it's kind of scary to play agendas that have counters these days. Like, Turntable shuts down not only their OP ones like Astroscript, but even the ones that aren't really OP like this committee get caught in the crossfire. Still, I think this is promising enough to keep testing it. I wouldn't say it's tier 1 yet, but there's maybe a little more to learn about how to play it. You know, how much do you play the remote game versus trying to fast advance it? It's kind of a hybrid. And if you can get your remote investments to work both ways, like to be able to score in here, and then when it's safe and when it's not safe to put Jeeves in or campaigns in. That's kind of nice. But if you end up putting a big remote up together and then not being able to use it later on because of R&D lock or whatever, then it's maybe worse than just defending your centrals and trying to do pure fast advance. I don't know. We'll have to test against some shapers, because I think that matchup will show whether we can go through clot lock without additional requirements. I mean, our answer to clot, what I want to do is just not fast advance and just put stuff in the remote with the Ash and make them come get it every turn, and then bluff with Jeeves and stuff in the remote too. You also can like purge install with Jeeves out, so you can get your click back and still get your ETF dollar. There's some counterplay. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll find some games against Shaper. Thanks for watching.